Hello everyone, welcome to our new class. Okay, I'm going to close this so that we can all see. All right, we're going to devote next class to some discussion and analysis of the Glorious Revolution and the Bill of Rights. We can't divide the analysis of one from the other. So what I need you to do this time is the following. Okay, we're going to be having this big question as a trigger off for the discussion. Yes, we're going to ask ourselves if the Glorious Revolution was actually a revolution and if it was actually glorious. Mind you, there's no right or wrong answer to this. The idea is to start thinking of the arguments for and against these ideas for the sake of discussion. We're going to be working in groups next class. So the idea is that you can fill in the charts I'm going to show you in a minute so that then we can use them to debate in class. So the material will be a text that is attached to this post called Revolution and its Repercussions. This is an excerpt, a fragment of a longer text, which is in Morgan. This part is not written by Morgan, but by Langford. But I am mentioning this because, as you know, you have the complete book. You can, if you want to read the whole chapter, which is very long, I have just chosen some pages. Then this PPT will also ask you to do some short research on certain 2 or 3 topics in the internet, right? Britannica, any reliable source. You can use Wikipedia too. It's okay as long as you have a brief idea of the events I'm going to be showing you in this PPT. And then, of course, to complete the discussion, you will draw on the topics we discussed in the Zoom class last Monday. But it doesn't mean that you have to read again, only take into account what you have already read and what everything we mentioned in class. All right, so these are the charts I need you to start completing, yeah, have it at hand for the Zoom class. So was it a revolution, yes or no? The arguments for and against, which elements can account for the fact that this can be considered a revolution, and which ones would you say, no, this is not a revolution because in fact nothing changed, or whatever. You can, the idea is that for you to start elaborating on some of the issues we discussed so far. We have some definitions of what a revolution is to help you think. And again, if it was glorious, remember that the name given to this revolution was glorious because it was bloodless. It was very, very little violence when William arrived in England. Now, in England, we said this many times in the class. I would like you to do a little bit of research about what happened in Scotland, the reaction in Scotland. Remember that the Stuarts are a family from Scotland, right? The Stuarts were the dynastic family of Scotland. And even though the Scottish, you know, because we studied, haven't had always the best of relationship with the Stuarts, anyway, well, there is a group that supports the Stuarts. So a little bit of reading about this, and as regards Ireland, also take a look and look for the information in regards to these events I'm showing here on the slide. Remember that when we talk about Ireland this time, and the context is the one that I'm showing you here. Remember that during the interregnum, Cromwell had been very, very harsh on the Irish. Remember, the Irish are strongly Catholic, and his way of dealing with the rebellion of the Irish against the Cromwell's rule was mercilessly repressed. As remember, we talked about the siege, or also known as Massacre of Drogheda in 49, still in the minds of the Irish, of the Catholic Irish. So, and apart from that, because of Cromwell's policies, land policies in Ireland, notice that, well, we have by this time a majority of poor Catholic peasants, landless, and a minority of Protestant overlords. Yes, the land belongs to most of them to Protestant lords. Some of them are living in Ireland, and they will become the Anglo-Irish elite, but Protestant. And some others are absent landowners that will live in England but have land in Ireland. So this is the context in which you have to place yourselves. Why, to ask, to wonder why the Irish would rebel against William of Orange, the champion of Protestantism. So do a little bit of research as regards not Drogheda, which we have already talked about, but about the Battle of the Boyne and the significance of the 12th. This is a day that is remembered. This is an observance today in Northern Ireland. So I would like you to see the connection to the present here. So these are the things I need you to do for next time. I hope it's clear. Any question as usual, you just ask us, write your questions below in the comment section. Bye-bye, people. Have a nice week.